The amazing world of Gumball is famous for blending in references from movies, video games, and memes, creating a fun and lively world of its own. Today, we're excited to dive into Gumball's awesome universe of memes and playful nods to pop culture because they're just that entertaining. In Season 5, Episode 15 of Gumball, they cleverly take a playful jab at politics. While Gumball isn't the first cartoon to dive into this topic, they managed to do it without getting too messy. The fun nod to politics wasn't verbal, but anyone who tunes into cable news is sure to recognize the expressions Nicole makes as she encourages her kids to playfully engage with Granny JoJo's quirks. It's a light-hearted moment that reminds us of the funny faces made by the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. Nicole's impersonation of those faces is spot on and has even garnered praise as one of the best impressions in television history. It's all in good fun. One of the most unforgettable moments in television has to be from Gumball in Season 4, Episode 37, titled The Fury. In this episode, we get to see a spectacular transformation in Gumball's art style during the intense battle between Nicole and Yuki. It's reminiscent of the fantastic anime, Kill La Kill, and it's no surprise since the creative team behind Gumball aimed to capture that same energy. While they initially wanted to collaborate with Studio Trigger, the awesome studio behind Kill La Kill, they ultimately teamed up with Studio 4C, known for their unique works like Creek and Genius Party. Even though they went with a different studio, the scene still delivers all the thrilling action and stunning visuals that Kill La Kill fans adore. And if you're not already a fan of the show, you can still appreciate this epic moment for its sheer brilliance. In Season 4, Episode 2, there's a fun nod to Dragon Ball that fans will love. The show's creator, Benbo Clay, is a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, and it really shows in this episode. Gumball gets fired up and tries to tap into his inner power by shouting in school, which makes his face turn bright red and his voice crack. Classic Gumball. But the best part comes just 5 episodes later. Gumball transforms into a Super Saiyan after discovering that his sister is being bullied. This perfectly captures the Dragon Ball theme where Saiyans unlock their powerful forms through intense anger or desperation. It's hilarious that Gumball manages to go Super Saiyan even faster than Vegeta. We've all felt that kind of motivation, right? In Season 3, Episode 6 of The Amazing World of Gumball, titled The Recipe, there's a fun nod to Star Wars. The episode revolves around the mystery of Anton's respawning after he ends up soggy from drowning in the school pool. Long story short, Gumball and Darwin discover the amazing power of a toaster, which helps them create an army of Antons. Things take an interesting turn when Antoine, a bred clone of Anton, accidentally sets off the fire sprinklers, causing chaos and destroying the other Anton clones. Amidst the mayhem, Richard, who's watching from a distance, humorously exclaims, "Great disturbance in the food chain," as if a dozen sandwiches cried out in terror. This line is a delightful reference to an iconic moment in Star Wars, A New Hope, where Obi-Wan Kenobi feels a great disturbance in the Force when Alderaan is destroyed. It's always fun to see these clever references pop up in our favorite shows. If you're like us and have spent countless hours diving into the YouTube rabbit hole, or if you've ever wanted to learn how to make a delicious cheeseburger pizza, you've probably come across the fantastically quirky channel, How to Basic. Known for its wild tutorials filled with hilarious chaos and a whole lot of raw eggs, it's a unique corner of the internet. In the episode, The Traitor, from Season 4, there's an amusing scene where Gumball is combing his hair and pulling his face upwards. He goes on to create a gigantic sandwich packed with all sorts of ingredients, from carrots to sushi, and then he pops it in the oven after giving it a gentle pet. Our only suggestion: it could use a few more eggs. The way Gumball prepares the sandwich is a fun nod to those popular How to Basic videos. It even sparked some entertaining theories among fans that Gumball himself might be How to Basic. Honestly, we can't argue with that idea, it makes sense. If you're a fan of martial arts and thrilling revenge stories, there's a good chance you've watched both volumes of Kill Bill and have your trusty DVD player nearby. If you haven't, then you might have some unfinished business to attend to. Once you dive into the films, you'll find fun references popping up in all sorts of movies and TV shows, and The Amazing World of Gumball is no exception. The show cleverly incorporates a lot of the movie's unforgettable music and scenes into its humor. For instance, the iconic whistle in The Banana and the Lonely Shepherd remix in The Burden are clever callbacks that really enhance the comedy. One standout reference is the 7 pressure point heart disintegrates technique from the episode The Mood, which is a playful nod to Kill Bill's famous 5-point exploding heart technique. In a hilarious twist, Clayton claims he's a martial arts expert and even tries out the move on Tobias, who dramatically takes a few steps back before collapsing, just like the characters in Kill Bill. The way Gumball mixes in these nods to Tarantino's film adds a unique touch that keeps the humor rolling throughout the episode. It's a fantastic blend of clever filmmaking and comedy. Let's talk about a fun reference in The Amazing World of Gumball, from Season 2, Episode 37, titled The Promise. If you're a fan of The Legend of Zelda, you'll appreciate this. In this episode, Gumball and Darwin get super excited about the release of a game called Zelmore. It's hard not to notice that everything about it, the graphics, the music, and more, totally gives off those classic Zelda vibes. One standout moment is when Gumball pulls a Zelmore CD from a cave, which is a playful nod to the chest-opening scenes we see in the 3D Zelda games. It's pretty clear that the Gumball writers are big fans of Zelda, and I can't wait to see what other references they might sneak in later. Oh, and let's not forget the adorable moment when Gumball whistles the first part of Zelda's lullaby to put a squirrel to sleep, such a sweet, nostalgic touch. In The Nobody, from Season 3, Episode 36 of Attack on Titan, we see a fun crossover with references to popular TV shows, especially from Season 2 of Attack on Titan. Gumball and Darwin find themselves locked in their rooms for something they didn't even do. When they spot a mysterious figure, they decide to chase after him, thinking he might be just as scared of them. What follows is a light-hearted and ironic twist, hinting at some deeper themes about humanity while keeping things playful. To add to the chaos, they end up crashing a car, hurting Tina, and causing some damage to a truck. But in the midst of it all, they look like titans with their silly smiles and flailing arms, making the scene all the more entertaining. The zombie apocalypse genre shines brightly in Season 3, Episode 4 of The Joy. This episode is packed with fun nods to classic zombie works, making it a real treat for fans. One standout moment is when Miss Simian plays Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, an interesting choice. It's a neat throwback to a puzzle from the first Resident Evil game. Another memorable scene is when Miss Simian cleverly blends in with a crowd of joys by acting like one of them. This is a delightful homage to a scene from the comedy horror classic, Shaun of the Dead. Plus, the handheld camera perspective adds an extra layer of suspense, drawing from a style that's become a staple in horror films like Quarantine and Diary of the Dead. Overall, it's a fantastic mix of references that makes this episode a joy to watch. Sailor Moon and the Light, Season 3, Episode 26, gave us something we didn't know we needed, but boy, did we love it. For those who are new to the series, Sailor Moon is a beloved Japanese anime that follows a young girl who transforms into a magical superhero with her legendary silver crystal. One of the highlights of the show is the iconic transformation scenes, which are loved not just by fans of anime but have also been parodied in popular shows like Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Star vs. The Forces of Evil, and One Punch Man, just to name a few. So, it was only natural for Gumball to throw in a nod to this classic. And honestly, it's probably one of the best. This fun transformation features cheese, bacon, processed meats, and even cards, all coming together to create the Sluzzlewurst, a quirky icon all on its own. And there we have it. Thanks for watching. Did you like our choices? Make sure to subscribe and don't forget to smash that bell icon to become part of our notification squad.